on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? But here, in our little village of Anatevka, you might say that each one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in a single word. Tradition! We've kept our balance for many, many years. Here in Anatevka, we have traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered and always wear little prayer shawls. This shows our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did this tradition get started? I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a tradition. And because of our traditions, each one of us knows who he is and what God expects him to do.
Who day and night must scramble for a living, feel like the children say his daily prayers, and who has the right as master of the house to have the final word at home? The Papa!
Of our little village, we've always had our special types. For instance, Yenta, the matchmaker.
Audrey, I have the perfect match for your son.
Who is it?
Ruffle, the shoemaker's daughter.
Ruffle? Why, she can barely see. She's almost blind.
Tell the truth, Audrey. Is your son so much to look at? The way she sees and the way he looks. It's a perfect match.
And Reb Nachum, the beggar.
Alms for the poor, alms for the poor, alms for the poor. Here, Reb Nachum, is 1 kopeck.
1 kopeck? But last week you gave me 2 kopecks.
I had a bad week.
So if you had a bad week, why should I suffer?
And most important of all, our beloved rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, my son.
Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar?
Blessing for the Tsar. Of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us.
And then there are the others in our village. They have a much bigger circle. His Honor the Constable, His Honor the Priest, His Honor many, many others. We don't bother them, and so far they don't bother us. And amongst ourselves, we always get along perfectly well. But there was the time when he sold him a horse and delivered a mule, but that's all settled now. Now we live together in simple peace and harmony.
You are a liar.
You're a thief!
That was no fine animal.
That was a fine animal!
It was not.
It was. It was a fine animal.
It was a mule.
It was a horse!
Tradition, tradition. Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
It's no life. All I do at night is think of him, and even thinking of him gives me very little pleasure because, you know as well as I, he was not much of a person. Never made a living. Everything he touched turned to mud. But better than nothing.
Good day. Is Seidel in the house?
Yes, but she's busy. You can come back later.
Oh, there's something I'd like to tell her.
Later.
Oh, Mama, I thought I saw you.
Finish what you were doing. I said later.
All right.
What does that poor little tailor model want with Seidel?
They have been friends since they were babies together. They talk, they play.
They play? What do they play?
Who knows? They're just children.
From such children come other children.
Mama, he's a nothing. Yet, you said that you had some
Children. They are your blessing in your old age. But my Aaron couldn't give me children. Believe me, he was as good as gold. Never raised his voice to me, but other than that, not much of a man. So what good is it he never raised his voice? But what's the use complaining? Other women like to complain, but not Yenta. Not Yenta. Not every woman in the world is a Yenta. Well, I must prepare my poor seventh table, so goodbye, Golda, and it was a pleasure talking our hearts out to each other.
Yenta, you said that you had news for me.
Oh! I'm losing my head! One day it will fall off altogether. A horse will kick it into the mud, and goodbye, Yenta. Oh, of course, the news. It's about Laser Wolf, the butcher. A good man, a fine man, and I don't need to tell you that he's well off. But he's lonely, poor man. You understand? Of course you do. To make it short, out of the whole town, he's cast his eye. On Seidel! My Seidel? No, the Czar Seidel. Of course you're Seidel.
Such a match for my title. But Tevye wants to learn it, man. He doesn't like Laser.
Listen to me, Golda. Send Tevye to him. Don't tell him what it's about. Let Laser discuss it himself. He'll win him over. He's a good man, a wealthy man. True? True. So, you'll tell me how it went. And aside from my fee, which anyway Laser will pay, you don't have to thank me, Golda, because it gives me satisfaction to make people happy. What better satisfaction is there? So, goodbye, Golda. And you're welcome.
What did she want, Mama? When I want you to know, I'll tell you. Finish washing the floor.
I wonder if Yenta finally made a match for you, Zytel.
I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband.
Not unless it's model or tailor. I didn't ask you. Zytel, you're the oldest. They have to make a match for you before they can make one for me. And then after her, one for me. So if Yenta brings
Yenta.
Well, somebody has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves. She might bring someone wonderful. Someone interesting and well off and important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. prince. Well, I do the best I can. With no dowry, no money, no family background. Be glad you got a man. Matchmaker, matchmaker, you know that I'm still very young. Please take your time. Up to this minute, I misunderstood that I could get stuck for good. Dear young Tom, see that he's gentle, remember you were also a bride. It's not that I'm sentimental, it's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've learned playing with matches, a girl can get burned. So bring me no ring, groom me no groom, find me no fine, catch me no cat, unless he's a matchless man.
Today, I am a horse. Dear God, did you have to make my poor old horse lose his shoe just before the Sabbath? That wasn't nice. It's bad enough you pick on me, Tevye, bless him with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. But what have you got against my horse? Sometimes, I think, when things get a little too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see, what kind of mischief can I play?
There you are, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Where's your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith's for the Sabbath.
Hurry up, the sun won't wait for you, and I have something to say to you.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We've got the sickness already. I'm not really complaining. After all, with your help, I'm starving to death. Dear Lord, you made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had just a small fortune? If I were a rich man, all day long I'd bitty bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a very rich, idle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud squawk and honk would land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, all day long I'd bitty bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If yubba-digga-digga-digga-dum. If I were a very, very rich idle-deedle-diddle-diddle man, I'd see my wife, my Golda, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I'd see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town would come to call on me. They would ask me to advise them like a Solomon the Wise. If you please, Revetevia, pardon me, Revetevia, posing problems that would cross their eyes. If I answer right or wrong, when you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I'd discuss the holy book with the learned men 7 hours every day. And that would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, yubba-digga-digga-dibba-digga-digga-digga-dum, all day long I'd billy-billy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yubba-digga-digga-dibba-digga-digga-digga-dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? I had a little accident with my horse, Redmendel.
Tevye, you didn't bring the rabbi's order.
Of course, yes, Redmendel, I know.
Tevye, you forgot my order for the Sabbath.
And this would be bigger news than the plague in Odessa.
Speaking of news, there's terrible news from the outside world. Terrible. What is it?
What does it say?
In a village called Rajanta, all the Jews were evicted, forced to leave their homes.
For what reason?
It doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted their land. Maybe a plague.
Maybe the Tsar had his own personal plague.
Amen.
Why don't you ever bring us some good news?
I only read it.
It was an edict from the authorities.
May the authorities start itching in places they cannot reach.
Amen.
Why do you curse them? What good does your cursing do? You stand around and you curse and chatter and you don't do anything. You all chatter your way to the grave.
Excuse me, you're not from this village.
No?
And where are you from?
Kid. I was a student in the university then.
The university. Is that where you learn to criticize your elders?
And that's where I learned that there's more to life than talk. You should know what's going on in the outside world.
Why should I break my head about the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
He's right. As the good book says, if you spit in the air, it will land in your face.
That's nonsense. You can't close your eyes to what's happening in the world.
He's right.
He's right, and he's right. How can they both be right?
You know, you also are right.
He's right. He still went behind the ears. Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Good Sabbath.
Tevye, the rabbi's order. My cheese.
Yes, Redmendel, yes. So you're from Kiev,
Persian.
So a newcomer here then. As the good book says, I believe it was Abraham. I'm a stranger in a strange land.
Moses said that.
Forgive me, as King David said, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
That was also Moses.
For a man with a slow tongue, he talked a lot.
And the cheese!
Here, take a piece.
I have no money. I'm not a beggar.
It's a blessing for me to give. Here.
Very well. For your sake.
Thank you. It's a blessing. You know, it's no crime to be poor.
In this world, it's the rich who are the criminals. One day their wealth will be ours.
That would be nice. If they would agree, I would agree.
And who will make this miracle come to pass?
People. Ordinary people.
Like you?
Like me.
Nonsense.
And until your golden day comes to pass, Red Birchie, how will you live?
By giving lessons to children. Do you have children?
I have 5 daughters.
5?
Daughters.
Well, girls should learn too. Girls are people.
A radical!
Are you willing to teach them? Open their minds to great thoughts.
What kind of thoughts?
Well, the Bible has many lessons for our times.
I'm a very poor man. Food for lessons? Good. Stay with us the Sabbath. We don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, when a rich man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Where does the book say that?
Well, it doesn't say that exactly, Reverend Endel, but it's somewhere it says something about a chicken. Good Sabbath, Reverend Endel, good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath, children.
Good Sabbath, Papa.
Children, this is Perchik. He's from Kiev. Perchik, this is my oldest daughter.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
You have a pleasant daughter.
I have 5 pleasant daughters. This is mine, and this is mine, and this is mine, and this is mine, and this is not mine. Perchik, this
So
is
you
Mama
did me a
Papa
favor
Boy.
and came in.
This is also mine. Golda, this is Perchik. He's from Kiev. He'll be staying with us the Sabbath. He is a teacher. Bielka, Shprinza, would you like to take lessons from him?
I am a really good teacher. A very good teacher.
I heard once that the rabbi must praise himself as a congregation of one.
Your daughter has a quick and witty tongue.
The wit she gets from me, as the good book
The good book
says.
can wait and get washed.
The tongue she gets from her mother.
Mom, you're also eating with us? Of course, another blessing. Seidel, 2 more. Shprinza, Bielka, get washed.
Model can help me.
All right, get the table. Chava, you go too. You can wash outside of the well. Tevye, I have something to say to you.
Why should today be any different?
Tevye, I need to tell you that Yenta was...
Hello, Malakeh, Malakeh.
Laser Wolf wants to see you.
I'm praying. Shalom, Malakeh.
Laser Wolf wants to see you.
The butcher. About what?
I don't know, only that he says it is important.
Important? What could be important? Malakeh.
After the Sabbath, see him and talk to him.
Talk about what? If he wants to buy my new milk cow, Malakeh, he can forget it.
Tevye, don't be an ox. A man sends an important message, at least you can talk to him.
Talk about what? He wants to buy my new milk cow.
Talk to him!
Very well. After the Sabbath, I'll talk to him.
Model, Yenta was here.
I saw her.
If they agree on someone, there will be a match and it will be too late for us.
Oh, what else can we do?
You can ask my father for my hand tonight. Now!
Why is she considering now? I'm only a poor tailor.
And I'm only the daughter of a poor milkman. Just talk to him.
Seidel, if your father says no, that's it. It's final. They'll yell at me.
Model.
I'm just a poor tailor.
Model. Even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness.
That's true.
Will you talk to him? Will you talk to him?
All right, I'll talk to him.
It's late. Where is everyone? Late!
Reb Tevya.
Come, children, we're lighting the Sabbath candles.
Reb Tevya.
Yes, Mom, what is it? Yes, what is it?
Good Sabbath, Reb Tevya.
Good Sabbath, Mama, good Sabbath. Children, come!
Masque brandy, Red
What's the occasion? Are you planning a party?
There might be a party. There might even be a wedding.
A wedding? Wonderful! And of course, I'll be happy to make the wedding merry, lead the dancing and so forth. Or a little fee, naturally.
Naturally, a wedding wouldn't be a wedding without you and your fee.
Good evening, innkeeper.
Good evening.
We'd like a drink. Sit down, yes.
Vodka? Schnapps?
Vodka.
Right away.
Good evening, Reb Mordka.
Good evening, Tevye.
What are you doing here so early?
He wants to buy my new milk cow. Good evening, Reb Blazer.
Ah, Tevye, sit down. Have a drink.
I won't insult you by saying no.
How goes it with you, Tevye?
How should it go?
You're right.
And you?
The same.
I'm sorry to hear it.
So how's your brother-in-law in America?
I believe he's doing quite well.
You heard from him?
Not recently, no.
Oh, then how do you know?
If things were going badly, he would write.
Tevye, I suppose you know why I wanted to see you?
Yes, Red Blazer, I do, but there's no point in talking about it.
Why not?
Why, yes. Why should I want to get rid of her?
Well, you have a few more without her.
I see. Today you want one. Tomorrow you may want two.
Two? What would I do with two?
The same thing you do with one.
Tevye, this is important to me.
And what's so important to you?
Frankly, I'm lonesome.
Lonesome? What are you talking about?
You don't know?
Of course I know. We're talking about my new milk cow, the one you want to buy from me.
A milk cow, so I won't be lonesome.
What's so funny?
I'm talking about your daughter Seidel.
My daughter, Seidel?
Of course your daughter Seidel. I see her in my butcher shop every Thursday. She's made a good impression on me. I like her. And, well, as for me, Tevye, as you know, I'm pretty well off. I own my own home. I have the shop and a good servant. And, Tevye, why must we try to impress each other? Let's just shake hands and call it a match. And you won't need a dowry for her either. You might even find something in your own purse as well.
My purse? Shame! My Seidel is not the kind I would sell for money.
All right, just as you say, we won't talk about money. The main thing is, let's get this done with. I'll be good to her, Tevye. I like her. What do you think?
What do I think? I never liked him. Why should I? You can have a fine conversation with him if you want to talk about kidneys and livers. On the other hand, not everyone has to be a scholar. If you're wealthy enough, no one will call you stupid. And with a butcher, my daughter will surely never know hunger. But he's got a problem. He's much older than she is. That's her problem. But she's younger. That's his problem. I always thought of him as a butcher. But I misjudged him. He's a good man. He'll try and make her happy. What do I think? It's a match.
You agree?
I agree.
Oh, Tevye, that's wonderful. Let's drink on it.
Why not? To you.
Oh, no, my friend. To you.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our agreement. To our prosperity. To good health and happiness. And most important, to life. To life. L'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim, to life. Here's to the father I tried to be.
Here's to my right to be.
Drink l'chaim, to life, l'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim, to life. Life has a way of confusing us,
Blessing and bruising us.
Drink l'chaim to life. God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie melting on the floor. How much more can we be joyful
when there's really something to be joyful for?
To life, l'chaim. To Seidel, my daughter, my wife.
It gives you something to think about.
Something to drink about. Drink l'chaim. To life. Rebecca.
Yes, Wolf.
Drinks for everybody.
will be related. You will be my papa.
Your papa. Well, I always wanted a son, but I'd always hoped for one a little younger than myself.
Good evening, Francis. What's the celebration? Devion is marrying off his oldest daughter.
May I offer my congratulations, Tevye?
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Tevye, there's a piece of news I think I should give you as a friend.
Yes, Your Honor?
And I'm giving you this news because I like you. You're a decent, honest person, even though you're a Jewish dog.
Thank you, Your Honor. How often does a man get a compliment like that? And your news?
We have received orders that sometime soon this district is to have a little unofficial demonstration.
A pogrom? Here?
No, just a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Not too serious, just some mischief so that if an inspector passes through, he will see that we have done our duty. Personally, I don't know why there has to be this trouble between people, but I thought I should tell you and you can tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're a decent man, if I may say so. It's too bad you're not a Jew.
That's what I like about you, Tevye. Always joking. And again, congratulations for your daughter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Goodbye. Dear God, did you have to send me news like that on the day of all days? Anyway, I know we are the chosen people, but every now and then, couldn't you choose somebody else? But thank you for finding a husband for my child. L'chaim.
Now, children, I will tell you the story from the Bible of Laban and Jacob, and then we will discuss it together, all right? Good. Now, Laban had two daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel. And Jacob loved the younger, Rachel, and he asked Laban for her hand. Laban agreed if Jacob would work for him for 7 years.
Was Laban a mean man?
He was an employer. Now, after Jacob had worked for 7 years, do you know what happened? Laban fooled him and gave him his ugly daughter, Leah. So, to marry Rachel, Jacob had to work another 7 years. So you see, children, the Bible clearly teaches us you must never trust an employer. Do you understand?
Yes, Pritchett. Yes, Pritchett.
Good. Now, the next story we'll discuss.
Papa isn't up yet?
No, Mama.
Then enough lessons. We have to do Papa's work today. How long can he sleep? He staggered home last night and he fell into bed like a dead man. I couldn't get a word out of him. Put that away and clean the barn. Call me when Papa gets up.
That was a very interesting lesson, Pritchett.
Do you think so?
Although I don't know if the rabbi would agree with your interpretation.
And neither, I suppose, would the rabbi's son.
My little sisters have big tongues.
And what do you know about it, besides the fact that he's the rabbi's son? Would you be interested in him if he was the shoemaker's son or the tinsmith's son?
At least I know this. He doesn't have any strange ideas about turning the world upside down.
Certainly. Any new idea would be strange to you. Remember, the Lord said, "Let there be light."
Yes, but he was not talking to you personally.
You have spirit. Even a little intelligence, perhaps.
Thank you.
But what good is your brain? Without curiosity, it is a rusty tool. Good day.
We have an old custom here. A boy acts respectfully towards a girl. Of course, that would be too traditional for an advanced thinker like you.
Our traditions? Nothing must change. Everything is perfect exactly the way it is.
We like our ways.
Our ways are changing all over but here. Here, men and women must keep apart. Men study, women in the kitchen. Boys and girls must not touch, should not even look at each other.
I'm looking at you.
You're very brave. Do you know that in the city, boys and girls can be affectionate without the permission of a matchmaker? They hold hands together, even dance together, new dances, like this. Do you like it? I learned it in Kiev.
It's very nice.
There. We've just changed a little custom.
Yes. Well, you're welcome. I mean, thank you. I mean, good day.
Bielka, Sprinza, what's your name?
Hoddle, Papa.
And where is Seidel?
She's in the barn.
Call her out. How did this morning's lessons go, Red Perchik?
I think we made a good beginning.
Ah, he's finally up. What happened last night besides her drinking like a peasant? Did you see Laser Rule? What did he say? What did you say? Do you have news?
Patience, woman, patience. As the good book says, good news will stay and bad news will refuse to leave. And there's another old
You
saying
can die from such a man.
Seidel, my lamb. You are to be congratulated. You are to be married.
Married?
What do you mean, Papa?
Laser Wolf has asked for your hand.
I knew it. I knew it. The butcher? My heart told me it was our lucky day. Oh, dear God, I thank thee. I thank thee.
And what do you have to say?
What can she say? My firstborn a bride. May you grow old in fortune and honor with him. Not like that Bruma Sarah. She was such a bitter woman. May she rest in peace. Not like my Zeitel. Oh, and now I must go tell Yenta. My Zeitel a bride.
Mazel tov.
You call that a mazel tov? And you, Red Perchik, aren't you going to congratulate her?
Congratulations, Seidel. I'm getting a rich man.
Again with the rich! What's wrong with being rich?
It's no reason to marry. Money is the world's curse.
May God smite me with it, and may I never recover! Seidel knows I mean only her welfare. Am I right, Seidel?
Yes, Papa.
You see?
I see. I see very well.
So, Seidel, why are you so silent? Aren't you happy with this blessing?
Oh, Papa!
What? What is it?
Papa, I don't want to marry him. I can't marry him. I can't.
What do you mean you can't? If I say you will, you will.
Papa, if it's a matter of money, I'll do anything. I'll hire myself out as a servant. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks. Only don't make me marry him, Papa, please.
What's wrong with Laser? He likes you.
I will be unhappy. All my days I will be unhappy.
But we made an agreement. With us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important than I am, Papa? Papa, don't force me. I will be unhappy all my days.
All right. I won't force you. It seems it was not destined that you should have all of life's comforts, or that we should know a little joy in our old age after all our hard work.
Rotevia.
Not now, model.
Rotevia, I must speak with you.
Later, model. I have problems.
Well, that's what I came to speak with you about. I think I can help.
Like a bandage could help a corpse. Goodbye, model. Goodbye.
Just listen to him, Papa.
All right. You have a tongue? Talk.
I hear you are arranging a match for Seidel.
He also has ears.
I have a match for Seidel.
What kind of a match?
A perfect fit.
A perfect fit.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
This match was made exactly to measure.
Made to measure like a glove model? Stop talking like a tailor and tell me who is it?
Please don't yell at me.
All right. Who is it?
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 It's me, myself.
Him? Himself? You're either completely out of your mind or you're crazy. You must be crazy. Arranging a match for yourself? What are you, the bridegroom? The matchmaker, the guests all rolled up into one? I suppose you'll even perform the ceremony yourself. You must be crazy!
Please don't shout at me, Remtevia. As for me being my own matchmaker, I know it's a little unusual.
Unusual? It's crazy!
The times are changing, Remtevia. The truth is, your daughter, Seidel, and I gave each other our pledge over a year ago that we would be married.
You gave each other a pledge?
Yes, Papa. We gave each other our pledge.
They gave each other a pledge? Unheard of? Absurd! They gave each other a pledge. Unthinkable! Where do you think you are? In Moscow? In Paris? Where do they think they are? America? And what do you think you're doing? You a stitcher! You a nothing! And who do you think you are? King Solomon? This isn't the way it's done. Not here, not now. Some things I cannot allow. Tradition. Marriages must be arranged by the Papa. This should never be changed. One time you pull out a prop, and where does it stop? Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Do I still have something to say about my daughter? Or does anyone ask a father anymore?
Well, I've wanted to ask you for some time now, Remtevia. But first I wanted to save up for my own sewing machine.
Oh, stop talking nonsense, model! You're just a poor tailor!
Well, that's true, Remtevia. But even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness. I promise you, Remtevia, your daughter will not starve.
He's beginning to talk like a man. But what kind of a match would that be with a poor tailor? On the other hand, he is an honest, hard worker. On the other hand, he has absolutely nothing. On the other hand, things cannot get worse for him. They can only get better. They gave each other a pledge, unheard of, absurd. They gave each other a pledge, impossible. But look at my daughter's eyes. She loves him, she wants him, and look at my daughter's face, so hopeful. Tradition! Very well, children. When shall we make the wedding?
Oh, thank you, Papa!
Oh, thank you, Remtevia. I promise you will not be sorry.
I won't be sorry. I'm sorry already. Modern children, they pledged each other their troth. What am I going to tell Golda? What am I going to do about Golda? Help!
Model, you were wonderful.
It was a miracle. It was a miracle. Wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles, God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side, and miracle of miracles led him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles, I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made a wall fall down. When Moses softened Pharaoh's heart, that was a miracle. When God made the waters of the Red Sea part, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is that out of a worthless lump of clay, God has made a man. Wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles, God took a tailor by the hand, turned him around, and miracle of miracles led him to the promised land. When David slew Goliath, yes, that was a miracle. God gave us manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one I thought could never be. God has given you to me.
So terrible.
Tell me.
All right, but don't be afraid. This was my dream. In the middle of the dream, we were having a celebration of some kind. And all our beloved departed were there. And the musicians, too. And in the middle of the dream, in walks your grandmother Tzeitel. May she rest in peace.
Grandmother Tzeitel? How did she look?
For a woman who's dead 30 years, she looked very good. Naturally, I went up to greet her.
Blessing on your head. To see a daughter wed. For such a son-in-law, like no one ever saw, the tailor model comes oil. Model? A worthy boy is he. They named it after mine, dear Uncle Mordecai, the tailor model comes oil.
A tailor? She must have heard wrong. She meant a butcher.
I'll tell her. You must have heard wrong, Grandma. There's no tailor. Yeah? You meant the butcher, Grandma. By the name of Laser Wolf.
What in the tailor, Tanya, my great-grandchild? I think I don't know you named for me. Battle's bride was meant to be. For such a match of grace. Muzzle top. In heaven it was made. Muzzle top. A fine and standing boy, a comfort and a joy. The tailor model comes oil.
But we announced it already. We made a bargain with the butcher.
What we announced is Grandma to our neighbors. We made a bargain, Grandma, with the butcher Laser Wolf.
No, you announced it, Tanya. That's your headache. When there's a laser wolf, I say to you, Tanya, that's your headache too.
If my grandmother Title, may she rest in peace, came all the way from the other world to tell us about the tailor, then all we can say is that it is all for the best, and it couldn't possibly be any better. Amen.
Amen.
A blessing on my head, mazel tov, like Grandma Title said, mazel tov, mazel tov. We'll have a son-in-law like no one ever saw. The tailor model comes oil.
We haven't got the man
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
we had when we began.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
But since your grandma came, she'll marry, what's his name?
The tailor model comes oil.
The tailor model comes oil. The tailor model comes oil. The tailor model comes oil.
I got this bride. I can get this hat.
Ah, come, Otto, come.
Hava, we want to shop for a few minutes. That won't be long.
Of course.
Thank you, Hava.
Come, Otto, I'll show you.
Mazel tov, Papa. Mazel tov, Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
Thank you very much.
Mazel tov, Papa. Mazel tov, Papa. Mazel tov, Papa. Mazel tov.
Please, may I pass?
What? We're congratulating. Mazel tov, Papa. Mazel tov, Papa. Mazel tov, Papa.
All right, stop it. What's wrong with you? Just stop it. Now listen here. Goodbye, Sasha. I say goodbye. I'm sorry about that. They mean no harm.
Don't they? Is there something you want?
Yes, I'd like to talk to you.
I'd rather not.
I've often noticed through the booksellers, not many girls in this village like to read. Would you like this book? It's very good.
No, thank you.
Why, because I'm not Jewish? Do you feel the same way about us as they do about you? I didn't think you would.
What do you know about me?
Let me tell you about myself. I'm a pleasant fellow, charming, honest, ambitious, quite bright, and very modest.
I really don't think we should be talking this way.
I often do things that I shouldn't. Here, take the book. It's by Heinrich Heine. Happens to be Jewish, I believe.
That doesn't matter.
Yes, good. Quite right. After you return it, I'll ask you how you like it. And we'll talk about it for a while. And then we'll talk about life, and the way that we feel about things, and it can all turn out quite pleasant.
Anything something for you?
No, thank you.
You left your book.
No, it's mine.
Thank you, Hava.
Good day, Hava.
Good day.
Fiedka.
Good day, Fiedka.
following: a new feather bed, a pair of pillows.
Whose pillows?
And this pair of candlesticks. Now, let us not forget in our joy tonight those who are no longer with us, our dear departed, who lived in pain and in poverty and in hardship, and who died in pain and in poverty and in hardship. But enough of the tears. Let us be merry and content like our good friend Laser Wolf here, who has everything in the world except a bride. But Laser has no real feelings. In fact, he has a gift he'd like to announce himself. Come, Laser Wolf.
Just as he says, I have no ill feelings. What's done is done. I am giving the newlyweds 5 chickens. One for each of the first 5 Sabbaths of their married life.
Red Laser, you're a decent man. On behalf of my daughter and her new husband, I accept your gift. A famous old saying...
Montview, I'm not marrying your daughter. I don't need to listen to your saying.
You need only listen a second.
Why should I listen to you, a man who breaks his agreement?
Not now, Laser. In the middle of a wedding.
I have a right to talk.
What right? This isn't your wedding.
It should have been.
Don't shame him, Timmy, at his daughter's wedding.
But he shamed me in front of the whole village.
I say, let's sit down.
We all heard the wise words of the Reverend.
Now I'd like to sing a song that my dear Papa
And
taught
you
me.
can keep your diseased chicken!
We made a bargain.
The terms weren't settled!
We drank on it. I heard that they drank on it. The terms weren't settled.
What's done is done.
Once a butcher, always a butcher!
From the grave. What sign? What grandmother? My grandfather came to me from the grave and told me her grandmother was a big liar.
I'm trying to say, quiet! What's all the screaming about? They drank on it, an agreement to sign? It's all nonsense. Title wanted to marry Model and not Laser.
A young girl decides for herself?
Why not? Yes. They love each other.
Love?
Terrible.
He's a radical. What happens to the matchmaking?
I say.
I know. Let's all sit down.
Musicians play! Dance! This is a wedding!
Not ready.
What is he doing?
Stop him! Who will dance with me?
That's a sin.
It's no sin to dance at a wedding.
But with a girl?
That's what comes of letting a wild man into your home.
He's not a wild man. His ideas are a little bit different.
It's a sin.
It's no sin. Ask the rabbi. Ask him.
Well, Rabbi?
Dancing? Well, it's not exactly forbidden.
There! You see? It's not forbidden.
And it's no sin. Now, will someone dance with me?
It's only a dance, Mama.
Play!
Look at Timmy's daughter.
She's dancing with a man.
I can see she's dancing with a man, and I'm going to dance with my wife. Hold up!
I see we came at a bad time, Tevye. I'm sorry, but the orders are for tonight, for the whole village. Go on, play, play! All right, men. All right, enough! I am genuinely sorry. You understand? Of course. Come.
Take him in that house.
Well, don't just stand there. Clean up.
That was quite a dowry you gave my Seidel at her wedding. Was that really necessary? Anyway, Model and Seidel have been married almost 2 months now. They work very hard. They're as poor as synagogue mice. And they're both so happy, they don't realize how miserable they are. Dear God, Model keeps talking about a sewing machine. Now I know you're terribly busy with revolutions and wars, floods, plagues, all those little things that draw people to you. But couldn't you take a second from your catastrophes and get it for him? How much trouble could it be? And while you're in the neighborhood, my horse's left leg is... Am I bothering you too much? I'm sorry. As the good book says... Why am I telling you what the good book says?
Please don't be upset, Otto.
Why should I be upset? If you must leave, you must.
I do have to. They expect me in Kiev tomorrow morning.
So you told me. Then goodbye.
Great changes are about to take place in this country. Tremendous changes. But they can't happen by themselves.
So naturally you feel that you personally have to go
Not
on.
only me. Many people, Jews, Gentiles, many people hate what's going on. Don't you understand?
Yes, I understand. You want to leave. Then goodbye.
Otto, your father, the others here. They think what happened at Seidel's wedding was a little cloudburst and it's over. Everything will now be peaceful again. It won't. Horrible things are happening all over the land. Pogroms, violence, whole villages are being emptied of their people. And it's reaching everywhere. And it will reach here. Do you understand?
Yes, I suppose I do.
I have work to do. The greatest work a man can do.
Then goodbye, Pershing.
Before I go, there's a certain question I wish to discuss with you.
Yes?
A political question.
What is it?
The question of marriage.
This is a political question.
In a theoretical sense, yes. The relationship between a man and a woman known as marriage is based on mutual beliefs, a common attitude and philosophy towards society.
And affection.
And affection. This relationship has positive social values. It reflects a unity and solidarity.
And affection.
Yes. And I personally am in favor of it. Do you understand?
Yes. I think you're asking me to marry you.
In a theoretical sense, yes. I am.
I was hoping you were.
Then I take it you approve? And we can consider ourselves engaged, even though I'm going away? I'm very happy, Otto. Very happy.
So am I, Pershing. What's the matter?
I used to tell myself that I had everything, but that was only half true. I had an aim in life, and that was everything. now be everything. I have a little bit more. Besides having everything, I know what everything's for. I used to wonder, could there be a wife to share such a difficult, wandering kind of life?
I was on the out of sight, waiting right here.
Who knows tomorrow where our home will be?
I'll be with you and that's home enough for me.
Everything is right at hand, simple and clear. I have something that I would die for, someone that I could live for too. Yes, now I have everything, not only everything, I have a little bit more. Besides having everything, I know what everything's for.
And when will we be married, Perchik?
I will send for you as soon as I can. It will be a hard life, Papa.
Yes, but it will be less hard if we live it together.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, Bertevia. I have some bad news. I must leave this place
Really? When?
right away.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Perchik. We shall all miss you very much.
But I also have some good news. You can congratulate me.
Congratulations. For what?
We're engaged.
Engaged?
Yes, Papa, we're engaged.
Oh, no, you're not. I know you like him and he likes you, but you're staying here and you're going away. So go in good health, Perchik. I hope you'll have a nice trip. And my answer is no.
Please, Papa, you don't understand.
Oh, I understand. You think that because I gave my permission to model and cycle, that also gives you the right. I like you, Perchik, but you're going away. So go in good health, and my answer is no.
Papa, you don't understand.
You're not listening. I say no. I'm sorry. We'll find somebody else for you here in Anatevka.
Bertevia,
What?
we are not asking for your permission, only for your blessing. We are going to get married.
You're not asking for my permission.
We would like your blessing, Papa.
I can't believe my own ears. My blessing? For what? For going over my head. Impossible! At least with model and sidle, they asked me, they begged me. But now, if I like it or not, you'll marry him? So what do you want from me? Go on, be wed, and tear out my beard and uncover my head. Tradition! They're not even asking permission from the Papa. What's happening to the tradition? One little time I pull out a thread and where is it led? Where is it led? Where has it led to this? A man tells me he's getting married. He doesn't ask me, he tells me. But first he abandons her.
He's not abandoning me, Papa.
I will send for her as soon as I can and marry her. I love her.
He loves her. Love. It's the new style. On the other hand, our old ways were once new, weren't they? But they agreed without the parents, without the matchmaker. After all, did Adam and Eve have a matchmaker? Yes, they did. And it seems these two have the same matchmaker. They're going over my head, unheard of, absurd. For this they want to be blessed. Unthinkable! I'll lock her up in her room. I couldn't. I should. But look at my daughter's eyes. She loves him. Tradition! Very well, children. I give you my blessing and my permission.
Oh, thank you, Papa. Thank you, Papa.
What else could I do?
Thank you, Papa.
What am I going to tell your mother? Another dream?
Perhaps you could tell her something. I'm going to visit a rich uncle.
Oh, please, Perchick. I can handle my own wife. Hold up! Hold up! Hello, Golda. I've just been talking with Hoddle and Perchick.
Well?
They seem to be very fond of each other.
Well?
And so I decided to give them my permission to become engaged.
What? Just like this, without even asking me?
Who asks you? I am the father.
Who is he? A pauper. He has nothing, absolutely nothing.
I wouldn't say that. I hear he has a rich uncle, a very rich uncle. Golda, he's a good man. I like him. Hoddle likes him. Hoddle loves him. So what can we do? It's a new world, Golda. A new world. Love. Golda, do you love me?
Do I what?
Do you love me?
Do I love you?
Well?
With our daughters getting married and there's trouble in the town. You're upset, you're worn out, go inside, go lie down. Maybe it's indigestion.
Now, Golda, I'm asking you a question. Do you love me?
You're a fool.
I know. But do you love me?
Do I love you?
Well?
For 25 years I've washed your clothes, cleaned your house, cooked your meals, given you children, milked the cow. After 25 years, why talk about love right now?
Golda, the first time I met you was on our wedding day. I was scared.
I was shy.
I was nervous.
So was I.
But my father and my mother said we'd learn to love each other. And now I'm asking Golda, do you love me?
I'm your wife.
I know. But do you love me?
Do I love him?
Well?
For 25 years I've lived with him, fought with him, starved with him. 25 years my bed is his. If that's not love, what is?
Then you love me.
I suppose I do.
And I suppose I love you too.
It doesn't change a thing, but even so, after 25 years, it's nice to know.
Oh, Zeitel, darling. Guess who I just saw your sister Hava with? That Fiedka, and it's not the first time I've seen them together.
You saw Hava with Fiedka?
Would I make it up? Oh, and Seidel, I happened to be at the post office earlier today, and the postman told me there's a letter there for your sister Hanno.
Oh, wonderful. I'll go get it.
I've got it. It's from her intended, Pritchett.
Oh, Huddle'll be so happy. She's been waiting.
But it's open. It happened to be open.
Rivka, I have such news for you. Remember Pritchett, that crazy student? Remember at the wedding when Seidel married Montview and Pritchett started dancing with Tevye's daughter, Hanno? Well, I just heard that Pritchett's been arrested in Kiev. No! Yes!
Shego, wait till I tell you. Remember Pritchett, that crazy student? Remember at the wedding? He danced with Tevye's Hanno. Well, I've just heard that Hanno's been arrested in Kiev. No! Terrible! Mental! You remember Pritchett, that student from Kiev? Remember how he acted when Seidel married Mottel? Well, I just heard that Mottel's been arrested for dancing at the wedding. No! In Kiev! Rabbi!
Remember Pritchett with all straight ideas. Remember Seidel's wedding where Tevye danced with Gola. Oh, I just heard that Tevye's been arrested and Gola's gone to Kiev.
No!
She did!
Terrible news, everybody! Listen! Remember Pritchett? That started all the troubles. Well, I just heard from someone who should know.
What?
The Gold has been arrested. Huddle's gone to Kiev. Mottel studies dancing. Tevye's acting strange. Spritza has the measles. Bianca has the mumps.
And that's what comes from men and women dancing.
You don't have to wait for the train, Papa. You'll be late for your customers.
Just a few more minutes. Is he in bad trouble, that hero of yours? Arrested and convicted?
Yes, but he did nothing wrong. He cares nothing for himself. Everything he does is for humanity.
But if he did nothing wrong, he wouldn't be in trouble.
Papa, how can you say that? What wrongs did Joseph do, and Moses and Abraham? And they had troubles.
So why won't you tell me where he is now, this Moses of yours?
It's far, Papa. Terribly far. He's in a settlement in Siberia.
Siberia? And he asks you to leave your father and your mother and join him in that frozen wasteland and marry him there?
No, Papa, he did not ask me to go. I want to go. I don't want him to be alone. I want to help him with his work. It's the greatest work a man can do.
But Huddle...
Papa. How can I hope to make you understand why I do what I do? Why I must travel to a distant land, far from the home I love. Once I was happily content to be as I was.
wilderness to perform a wedding.
Papa, I promise that we will be married under a canopy.
No doubt a rabbi or two was also arrested. Well, give him my regards, that Joseph of yours. I always thought he was a good man. Tell him I rely on his order to treat my daughter well. Tell him that.
Papa, God alone knows when we shall see each other again.
That we shall leave it in his hands. Take good care of her. See she dresses warm.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You got it!
I got it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I know.
Have you tried it out yet?
Look.
Oh, beautiful.
I know. And in less than a minute. Look how close and even the stitching is.
Beautiful.
I know. From now on, all my clothing will be perfect. Made by machine. No more handmade sewing. Rabbi, my new sewing machine.
Mazel tov.
Rabbi, is there a blessing for a new sewing machine?
There's a blessing for everything. Amen.
Amen. Hey, how is the baby? He's wonderful, Mama.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I came for the shirt.
It's ready.
See, it's our new sewing machine.
I see. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good day.
Good day.
How does it work?
It's an amazing thing, really. You operate it with this foot pedal, which causes this to turn.
This goes up, this and around.
They still don't know about us? Hava, you must tell them.
I will, but I'm afraid.
Hava, let me try and talk to your father.
No, that would be the worst thing, I'm sure of it.
Let me try.
No, I'll talk to him, I promise.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good day.
Good day. What were you and he talking about?
Nothing, we were just talking.
Hava? I would be much happier if you and he remained friends from a distance. You must not forget who you are and who that man is.
He has a name, Papa.
Of course. All creatures on earth have a name.
Fietka is not a creature, Papa. Fietka is a man.
Who says he isn't? But as the good book says, each shall seek his own kind. In other words, a bird may love a fish, but where would they build a home together?
The world is changing, Papa.
No, Hava. Some things do not change for us. Some things will never change.
We don't feel that way.
We?
Fietka and I. We want to be married.
Married? Do you know what this means, marrying outside the faith?
But Papa!
No, Hava! Never speak of this again, never see him again, never say his name again. Do you understand me?
Yes, Papa. I understand you.
You're finally here? Let's go home. It's time for supper.
I want to see Model's new machine.
You'll see it some other time. It's late.
Quiet, woman! Before I get angry. And when I get angry, even flies don't dare to fly.
I'm very frightened of you. After we finish supper, I'll faint. Come home.
Hold up. I am the man of the house. I am the head of the family, and I want to see models in the machine now. There. Let's go home. Dear Lord, how long can that horse of mine complain about his leg? Dear God, if I can walk on 2 legs, why can't he walk on 3? I know, I'm too upset about my horse. I realize he's one of your creatures, that he has the same rights I have. The right to be sick, the right to be hungry, and the right to work like a horse. Oh, dear God, I'm so sick and tired of pulling this cart. I know. I should try pushing it a while.
Tevya! Tevya!
What?
It's Kava. She left home this morning with Vietka.
What?
I looked all over for her. I even went to the priest. He told me they were married.
Married? Go home, Golda. We have other children there. Go home. You have work to do. I have work to do. Go home.
But Hava...
Hava is dead to us. Go home. Little bird, little Hava, I don't understand what's happening today. Everything is all a blur. All I can see is a happy child, the sweet little bird you were, Hava, Hava. Little bird, little Hava, you were always such a pretty little thing, everybody's favorite child. Gentle and kind and affectionate, what a sweet little bird you were, Hava, Hava. Accept them? How can I accept them? Can I deny everything I believe in? On the other hand, can I deny my own child? On the other hand, can I turn my back on my faith, on my people? If I bend that far, I'll break. On the other hand, there is no other hand. No, Hollow. No, 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 no.
Here they are, Golda. Wonderful boys, both learned boys, Golda. From good families. You couldn't do better for your daughters. Just right, from the top of the tree.
I don't know, Yenta. My girls are still so young.
So what do they look like? Grandfathers? Meanwhile, they'll be engaged. No looking around. Nothing to worry about later. Their future's signed and sealed.
Which one for which one?
What's the difference? Take your pick.
Golda, is Rep Heavy at home?
Yes, buddy. He's in the house. Why? Is there some trouble?
Girls, call your papa.
Go home. Tell your parents I'll talk to them.
Why are you all gathered together like a bunch of goats?
Tevye, have you seen the constable today?
No, why? There are some rumors in town.
We thought because you knew him so well, he may have told you what is true and what is not.
What rumors?
Someone from Zuladen told me that there was an edict issued in Petrograd that all the...
Welcome, Your Honor. What's the good news in the world?
I see you have company.
They're my friends.
It is just as well. What I have to say is for their ears also. Tevye, how much time will you need to sell your house and all your household goods?
Why should I sell my house? Is it in somebody's way?
I came here to tell you that you're going to have to leave Antevka.
And what have I done to deserve such an honor?
Not just you, of course, all of you. At first I thought you might be spared, Tevye, because of your daughter Audrey.
My daughter is dead.
I understand. Nevertheless, it applies to all of you. You will have to go.
But this corner of the world has always been our home. Why should we leave?
I don't know why. There's trouble in the world. Troublemakers.
Like us.
Not just you. Your people will have to leave all the villages. Olodin, Rabalevka, the entire district must be empty. I have here an order that says you must sell your homes and be out of here in 3 days. 3 days? It's impossible.
And you, who've known us all your life, would carry out such an order.
I have nothing to do with it. Don't you understand?
Oh, we understand.
What if we refuse to go?
You will be forced out.
We will defend ourselves.
Stay in our homes.
Refuse our land!
We will fight.
Against our army? I wouldn't advise it.
Well, I have some advice for you. This is still my home, my land. Get off my land.
You have 3 days.
A lifetime, a piece of paper, and get me out.
We should get together with the people of Zuladen. Maybe they have a plan.
Defend ourselves, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Oh, very good. And then we'd all be blind and toothless.
Rabbi, we've been waiting for the Messiah all our lives. Wouldn't now be a good time for him to come?
We'll have to wait for him someplace else. Meanwhile, let's start packing. He's right. I'll see you before I go.
3 days? I have more than 100 bottles of vodka. What will I do?
Where am I to go with my wife, her parents, and 3 children?
Well, Antevka hasn't been exactly a garden of Eden.
That's true.
After all, what have we got here?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a pot,
A pan.
A broom.
A hat.
Someone should have set a match to this place years ago.
A bench.
A tree.
So what's a stove?
Or a house.
People who pass through Antevka don't even know they've been here.
a stick of wood, a piece of cloth.
What do we need? Nothing much, only Antevka. Antevka, underfed, overworked. Antevka, where else could Sabbath be so sweet? Soon I'll be a stranger in a strange new place, searching for an old familiar face. From others have come, I belong in Connacht have come, tumble down, work a day, Connacht have come, dear little village, little town of
Nah, it's just a place. Our forefathers have been forced out of many, many places at a moment's notice.
Maybe. That's why we always wear our hats.
Where will we live in America?
With Uncle Abram. He doesn't know it yet.
I wish you and the baby were coming with us. We'll be singing war songs until we have enough money to join you.
Model, be careful with these. My mother and father, may they rest in peace, gave them to us on our wedding day.
Come, children, help me pack the rest of the clothes.
Golda, darling, I had to see you before I left because I have such news for you. Golda, you remember I told you I didn't know where to go, what to do with these old bones. Now I know. You want to hear? I'll tell you. All my life I've dreamed of going to one place, and now I'll walk, I'll crawl, I'll get there. Guess where? You'll never guess. All my life I've dreamed of going to one place, and what do we say at Passover? Next year in Jerusalem, next year in the Holy Land.
You're going to the Holy Land.
You guessed! And you know what? In my sleep, my husband, my Aaron, he came to me and he said, Yenta, go to the Holy Land. Usually, of course, I wouldn't listen to him because, good as he was, too much brains he wasn't blessed with. But in my sleep, it's a sign, right? So somehow or other, I'll go to the Holy Land. And do you want to know what I'll do there? I'm a matchmaker, no? I'll arrange marriages, yes? So I'm going to the Holy Land to help our people increase and multiply. It's my mission. So goodbye.
Goodbye, Yenta.
Be well, and go in peace. Maybe next time, Golda, we'll meet on happier occasions. Meanwhile, we suffer. We suffer. We suffer in silence. Right? Of course, right.
We'll have to hurry, Golda. Come, Golda. We have to leave soon.
Leave. It sounds so easy.
We'll all be together again soon. Model, Seidel, the baby. You'll see. That model, he's a person.
Hodel and Perchik, when will we ever see them again?
Do they come visiting from Siberia every Sabbath as it is? You know what she writes. She works. He sits in prison. Someday he'll be set free, and together they'll set the world on its end. Meanwhile, the other children will be with us.
Not all.
All. Come, Golda. We have to get finished.
I still have to sweep the floor.
Sweep the floor?
I don't want to leave a dirty house.
Well, Tevye, I'm on my way.
Where are you going, Reblazer?
Chicago, America. My wife, Uma Sarah, may she rest in peace, has a brother there.
Well, that's nice.
I hate him. But a relative is a relative. Goodbye, Tevye.
Simon, are they finished in there?
Almost, Papa.
Papa will talk to you. I want him to. I want to say goodbye to him.
He will not listen.
But at least he will hear.
Maybe it would be better if I went inside and told Mama that...
Papa!
Papa, we came to say goodbye. We are also leaving this place. We are going to Krakow.
We cannot stay among those who can do such things to others.
We wanted you to know that. Goodbye, Papa. Mama.
Yes, we're also leaving. Some are driven away by edicts, others by silence. Come, Hala.
Goodbye, Hava. Viedka.
God be with you.
God be with you.
We will write to you in America, if you like.
We will be staying with Uncle Aubrey.
Yes, Mama.
We'll be staying with Uncle Abram. We'll be staying with Uncle Abram. The whole world has to know our business.
Stop yelling and finish packing. We have a train to catch.
I don't need your advice, Golda. Simon, don't forget the baby. Ilka, Spencer, get those bundles on the carts. We have a boat and a train to catch.
Goodbye, Papa.
Goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, Mama.
Work hard, Mom. Come to us soon.
I will, Reptavia. I will work hard.
Golda, we can leave those pots.
No, we can't.
Very well. We'll take them.
We're going on a train in a house.
Stop that. Behave yourselves. We're not in America yet.
Come, children. Let's go.